listen to my voice cracking first thing in the morning. What is up with y'all today? Go ahead and tell me in the comments, those of you who circle back around for the future audience. I don't know what that's about. Somebody must be deflating me, like rapidly squeezing the air from my testicles or something. Ah. Oh shit, I gotta do administrative things. Good morning, ACT. Administration done. Administration done. Good morning, OPM. Justin, how are you, friend? How are you, ACT? The gray is starting to thicken in my hair. You guys are turning me gray. I need to go get some Just for Men and add more gray in. Freak you guys out. Sorry about that. Sorry about what, ACT? Good morning, KJ. What is up, my friend? It's getting shaggy in these here parts. Yeah, the gray is starting to show up now. Good morning, CMD. I haven't seen you around in a minute. Yeah, the gray is starting to show in my temples. You didn't have to leave to get it to come back, ACT. I had my YouTube minimized so I could do administrative stuff, specifically so I could tell the Discord I was live. Wasn't anything going on your end. It was my end, like I said it was. Well, thank you for your duty. Your not your duty. Thank you for your contributions, CMD. Thank you, cherished. If that's what you think, you have said it. Yeah. Starting to gray out. Well, I'm not starting to gray out. I've been gray there for years. It's just starting to show. I said I'd be right back. I had to do some administrative stuff while you were saying your hello, and then you can see the white, the gray in my soul patch. What up, Rach? I'm examining my idiot face for gray hairs. Heard that, CMD. Appreciate it. Yeah, my beard's all grayed out on this side, too. Less red in it than usual this time of year. My beard is usually super red this time of year. Whatever. Yes, my hair dapples. My beard changes color throughout the year. Yes. In the winter, it's usually redder, and in the summer, spring and summer, it's usually thinner. It's usually patchier. What up, creator? My eczema causes this to be patchy, but it's not. I have no eczema patches. I might have one right here, but the skin on my face is actually remarkably clean and healthy. No, you tried. You did your best. You took 2 efforts, and now you're gone. Heard that, CMD. You need to shave your head. You look homeless. Do homeless people have bad hair? OPM? Nah, I use that idiom even from homelessness. I look homeless today. The cigarettes are staining my teeth, and I'm just going to have to deal with that if I'm going to keep smoking cigarettes through the winter. And I very likely am going to switch to mostly vapes once it gets too cold. Unless my jacket has the intended effect and I can just keep doing my life the way I am doing my life. Because I can bring a blanket. I'm teasing you, OPM. I'm teasing entirely, buddy. I know what you meant by homeless. Just teasing. Take care, CMD. For anybody who was here in the stream last night, while fucking Lucas was making all that damn noise, making that fucking distress noise, or whatever that damn noise was he was making, I put out food for him and he quit. He was making that noise to get my attention. Son of a bitch. Yeah, well, I gotta use it regularly, Rach. That's the problem. Hey, heard that. Thank you, KJ. Take care, man. Enjoy your day. Kick ass. Do all those things you're supposed to do. The stream will be here more than likely all day. Maybe not here in the tent, but you know, crickets for as long as possible. What up, Leapy? Lucas has got a personality, and I'll define parasocial relationship for you. I didn't ignore you. I will define that eventually, just not yet. I'm gonna get people together first, get those likes, get everybody's hellos out of them, and then I will talk. Okay, Rach, boss my ass around, whatever. Or I can just not smile as big as normal when I'm looking at the screen. Whatever. Oh, I don't want to eat, but I'm hungry. Hey, pho too. She says, hey, I'm typing here. You think you're some kind of a guy with your shirt? What, you think you're better than me because of your bada bing, bada boom? Hey, whoa, hey. Yeah, I try to stick to that, KJ, the best I can. Put the knife emoji again. Have a female flirt with me. Get us both killed. No, Leapy, I'm butt chugging pizza. I swear to God, Leapy's gonna get her own shirt. I can't talk to you without wanting to hit you. Okay, friend. High velocity landing by that bug. B.O.B. too. Good morning, Greenie. You don't need to rot your brain. You don't need to do it. You don't have to have an opinion. You can just be like, oh, thank God I missed out on knowing that. Heard that, OPM. I also learned today that boofing means butt chugging. Why? It sounds dumb. Hi, Christoph. Well, maybe because my colon makes a right angle. I just don't want anything in there. KT? I don't know what that means. Morning, Zoinks. No, I. Speaking of butt chugging, Rach is gonna boof some artichokes today. No, Greenie. I know the why. I mean the more abstract. Why though? If I had either of those things, that would be a blessing to me, Static. Yeah, I'm never asking the. Yeah, but more like, why though? Ah, yes. That thing I'll never watch. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, the weather is nice, Christoph. We're here for you, KJ. Well, I guess I'll just take a close second. I don't know why people do this to me or in my presence, but whatever. Empathy, forethought, and consideration are secondary skills for some people. What, I'm gonna put all my baskets and all my eggs into a social skills basket? Not and come to a social environment. Whatever. You'll figure it out someday, Christoph. I just imagine sitting down at the bar next to somebody and asking them these questions. And then it turns out he owns the bar. Like, ah, you like bars? Whatever. I'm in a simulated environment. It's a green screen. It's an elaborate green screen. Can't you tell? But yeah, a parasocial environment is an abstracted social environment like the internet. Parasocial relationships are relationships that we have in those environments. I know. I know OPM. People say weird things in bars. That's kind of why I'm laughing. Just for laughs. A few bits with screens. Heard that. I do not know the channel, but I'm glad that it did something for you. Simulation is relative to your perspective, Christoph. I'm not a Packers fan, so no. I call him OPM because one punched man. The initial letters are O, P, and M. I know, it sounds like opium. He's the opium from the Chatses. Hey, Sands, what family? Go fuck yourself. Yeah, I told him I was going to start calling him OPM because it sounds like opium. Because he's the opium for the Chatses. This is all an elaborate ruse. It's deliberate when I give you guys nicknames. Or, Sands, you could go fuck yourself. Fuck the chat. Find a family. Go fuck yourself. Take your own advice. Well, maybe he knew what he was doing. Because you're the opium for the Chatses. I'm going to keep making that communism joke until somebody gets it. Someone will get it someday. I've chased away all the communism enthusiasts from the chat the last couple of weeks. Yeah, it's because you're dope. I swear to God, we've made these jokes before, guys. I swear to God, I've said this. Nothing good could come of that. No. Well, KJ, I got you to go from. I got you to get your KJ on your thing, so we can sell your work. That was kind of my nickname for KJ, was get him to go by KJ. I started calling you that. I started calling you that shortly after we met. I started calling you KJ when you told me that's what you go by on your books. Thank you, Greedy. And yeah, I call Greenie. People started calling Greenie. I've given most of you guys. I've given a lot of you guys nicknames. Not most. Most is 750. I haven't given out 750 nicknames. I've tried very hard to give the regulars nicknames or personalized greetings. Hey, personage. I've tried to humanize all of you because I've talked in the past about how it's very, very easy to adopt the position that you guys are all just words on a screen and ignore you. Ignore the human being behind the keyboard. It's very easy to adopt that position in a parasocial relationship, like the one I'm engineering with you guys, with the channel. Nice, nice opium. I like that. I like when, I like when nicknames are organic like that. You're like, oh, that guy called me that, and I like that. I'm going to adopt that. I like that. I like when that happens. I did not do that with Shaggy or with Phil Alitaya. I did with Shaggy. I kept Shaggy because I was the shaggy philosopher, and people called me Shaggy. And then I just kept that because those people knew me as that. And so if any of them stuck around, they could know me as the Shaggy Philalitea if they wanted to. But I dropped the because there's a Shaggy Philalitea in all of us. This is just a profile. It's just a concept. It's just a mantle. A guy talking to his phone, live streaming. Yeah, I've had those dreams, KJ. Mm, maybe, Christoph. Maybe. Probably you're wrong, though. Because in parasocial relationships, both sides are talking, both sides are communicating. In fact, while you were typing that, you were ignoring me saying that it's very easy to dehumanize you as just words on a screen. Very easy. You're communicating and I'm ignoring it. It's very easy, especially in a parasocial relationship like this one. Because you already have the parasocial relationship of thinking we're friends enough that you can try to define the thing that I'm going to talk about before I've talked about it. That you can just show up with your opinions and your misinformation and you get to predict where I'm going to go with it and you get to try to derail the show. You already think that we are in the same place and that you can communicate with me like I'm someone that you know. You already have a parasocial relationship with me. That's an example. Sure. No, Christoph, you're wrong. You're just wrong. And the again, the typing while I'm talking is evidence of the parasocial relationship. You are used to the person who's talking not reading what you're saying. You're used to the relationship being one-sided, where you speak, you communicate, they don't listen because they're communicating and you're not listening. That's what you think it is because that's how you manipulate the environment to suit you and your lack of social skills. But this is an above social environment. This is a parasocial environment. This is a meta-social environment. Meta-social is actually the proper Latin. It should be called meta-social. It would be very easy for me to just ignore all of the comments that I get in my shorts, for example. That would be an example of a parasocial relationship like you think you understand it. It'd be very easy to do that. Morning, Kathos. What's up? A communicational delay. I have done my research, Christoph. You know what? I'm not doing this with you. You can do your research. I'm the speaker. You can fuck yourself. I'm not doing this with you anymore. This is a parasocial space. And you all have relationships with me that are defined by the individual relationship that I have with each of you. I'm listening. I'm just talking over you because I'm used to metasocial relationships. Maybe. Go fuck yourself, Horvath. You don't know me. You don't get to speak to me like that. So that was an example of what I wanted to talk about today. That was basically all I wanted to talk about today. Was the difference in the members, the Patreon subscribers, that there are tiers. There are tiers of circle, right? Closeness that you get to Shaggy, because this is a parasocial environment. All of the means of access that you have to me, besides my phone number, they're parasocial means of access to me. You aren't actually in the tent with me. And so, right, KJ, that idea that I've had those dreams where I don't know the difference in whether the live is on. When the chat's not working and I'm talking and I'm talking and I'm talking and I'm talking and I'm talking, that's why the channel used to be called Talking to Myself. Literally, the email for this channel is still Talking to Myself Gaming. The reason it was called that is because I was originally just talking to the recording software that I was using. I was only talking to a program recording audio, and then I would mix that together with a video game that I had recorded, and then I would put that on the internet. And conceptually, I had to frame it as talking to myself, because I had no audience. I wasn't talking to any one person in particular or any group of people in particular. I was literally just talking to myself out loud, like I didn't know what I was going to be saying. So if you want to see it, if you want to hear it, the Talking to Myself Gaming, they're still called Talking to Myself podcast. And then I did a series called the Talking to the Future podcast, because conceptually I was talking to no one. I was talking to a future audience of people that I hadn't met yet and had no idea how what I was going to say, whether what I was going to say was ever going to land on anyone's ears, ever. That's like the first the first 10 months of Shaggy Philalitea was me just talking to myself and knowing I'm just talking to myself. Talking to hear myself talking so that I don't go, as a boy, people ask me from time to time, like, what's your favorite book? And I've read so many hundreds, maybe at this point thousands of books, that's a very, very difficult question to answer. Ask me genre and we can narrow it down to like a top 5 list or something like that. Yeah, yeah, not knowing where they would ever land, ever be read, ever. I was talking last night about how um, there's a very real chance that when I die, the Blue Crew are going to be saying he was a fucking genius and you guys had no idea. And it might even take 100 years for somebody to go back and realize all of the cinematic language that I've used across the channel, all of the true artistry I've put on the channel. It might take 100 years after I'm dead for anybody to really notice it, because nobody watches me with that level of knowledge. Nobody watches me for it, looking for it, knowing what they're seeing. But when I was a kid, I could have answered to you what my favorite book was before 2012. I could have told you. Exile by R.A. Salvatore. Um, Dris Do'Urden undergoes maybe a century, undergoes an impossible amount of time in isolation in the Underdark. Just him and Guinevere, his cat. And during that period, the book is the R.A. Salvatore. Dris Do'Urden is a very interesting character to me. He's a unique character to me in literature, because each of his books are split up into 3 parts, and each part thematically is broken up with a journal entry from Drist to an unknowable future. Hey, Alec. I believe you see it. I believe you see it, Alec. Um, I was talking about. I don't necessarily believe that. I was talking about how it's possible that it could be after my death that my genius is recognized. Um, but in one of his journal entries, he talks about how he writes the journal entries because he he is losing the ability to remember how to speak, because speaking to himself out loud and speaking to Guinevere when she's around are no longer necessary. And so he's losing language. He's forgetting the ability to use language, and so he's writing these journal entries. And so um, because of my inclination toward nonverbality, I'm fine not speaking. I'm actually completely fine not speaking for 24-hour periods at a time, multiple days at a time. Totally fine with it. And there was a period in my homelessness where I realized that because of that inclination, I could lose the ability to say anything but thank you. Uh, Going to the homeless shelter, going to the soup kitchen, that the only words that I needed were thank you and yes, please. Um, and so I wrote a lot. I wrote furiously during that period, and the shorts and the long forms, the videos that I recorded during that period, were an effort to not forget how to communicate entirely from this position, this state that I'm in. This state, at the time, definitely not abundant in positivity. That's the end of that. And that's all I might have pontificated, but all I kind of wanted to do was um, set up an example of one of these grays that want to come in and think they know me and think that this is a place where they're allowed to speak openly and freely however they want, including contradicting me. And it's not. If we don't work with the fountain, we're an example uh, for the fountain. And so, like these silences, I don't have the same anxiety about long periods of air silence that radio guys do. Um, a way that I'm different than you is when I know that something isn't working for me. When I know that something isn't working, I fix it. And so when I first started recording myself, I was doing spaces on Twitter, in large part to sell the talking to myself, but also to um, talk to myself some more. Oh yeah, dead air. Yeah, sure. Um, Long periods of silence. Um, I sat in spaces and I pathologized the dead air for months, to the point that I was not saying anything at all. I was just filling the space, circling around myself just to fill the space, and no one was showing up anyway. And so when people started showing up, because I had gotten into that routine of just filling the space, um, I kept having to tell people, you got to wait till I'm done to try to want to talk to me, and then people had no interest. So I just sat in it for a couple of weeks when I knew I was going to be homeless. I just sat in it, in the silence, on spaces. Actually, it wasn't when I knew I was going to be homeless. It was a few weeks before the watering hole, and that was where the idea for the fountain came from. Was the watering hole. I just would just turn that on and let people come in and talk to me on Twitter. Let them talk, and then once they were done talking, they would leave. And so I knew that I figured out pretty quickly that the parasocial environments of live spaces, whether it be chat rooms like the chat here, or the chat slash call in, whatever, you want to call it, on Spaces, or however TikTok works with their lives. I don't watch their lives because it's all garbage. Um, Orange garbage. All of it. Marmalade. I'm going to start saying that, dudes. You don't understand. I'm going to start calling everything marmalade now. Not because I have any particular feelings about marmalade, but because that was just the funniest shit I think I've ever heard in my whole life. That's hyperbole, but whatever. I figured out pretty quickly that it was a space where people were, hey Chupapi, it was a space where people were used to coming and just live journaling and then disappearing. Venting into a void that they knew no one was going to read. Orange garbage got me so good, KJ. Um, and then leaving. And so what I did, and I made a little bit of money at it, actually. I made pretty good money at it in a fairly short amount of time. I was able to feed myself uh, as I was going into homelessness. And that meant I had to DoorDash everything. Um, but what I figured out is that there are a lot of very intelligent, very interested, very lonely people out in the world. And if, when they start doing that, journaling or just venting to nowhere in a live chat or in a Twitter space or in a videos comment, that those are people that are just trying to hear a response from the void. And I've lived in the void so long that it stuck to me. I'm kind of like a silver surfer of the void. And so that's what all of the blue crew are, on one level or another. That's why you come back. That's why people come back. If I've gotten into arguments with my uh, producers, and this fountain, the early fountain, for the record, it needs to be said every time. But while I'm talking about my producers, this early fountain is always brought to you by the Patreon subscription of Alex Smith. Until that ends, this early fountain is always brought to you by his Patreon sub. But if I've argued with them about things, I've argued with them about how heavily the chat needs to be moderated, and they've won that argument because they were right. And I've argued with them about a second thing that I've gone and forgot what I was talking about because I needed to interrupt myself to do an ad read. The real reason we hate commercial breaks. It's been about some temperamental thing that I do that I forgot I was talking about, and I can't scroll myself back when I'm doing these. The only thing that the Talking to Myself podcast had superior to this particular live is when I forgot what I was talking about, I could scroll back and not rely on a text or the chat to remind me what the fuck I was going to say, because you guys don't know. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. Some temperamental performance art to do with the blue wrenches, with the blue crew. Who remembers? It doesn't matter. I'm done. That was the end. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you for riding the wave. I'm trying to teach you guys something, but I'm trying to teach it to you slowly. One of the fundamentals of learning, if we're gonna if we're gonna revisit open v closed minds, and I think you guys might like to hear me explain what I actually mean. Hey Tedsver, hey Joe, thank the both of you for taking some time and not interrupting me. Calm down. There's a 5 to 10 second delay, depending on when you came in the video, on the hellos. But thank you for waiting until a lull. We're talking, we're chilling, we're hanging out, and I have a lot on my mind that I'm trying to piece together for my audience. Tedsver, now is a really good time for you to do that. So I'm being cooperative. Usually I'm temperamental and I'm not cooperative with that question, but now is a really good time for it. So thank you. The meta theme today is parasocial relationships, and what you demonstrated was an ability to read a parasocial room. And I'm praising you because today is about teaching moments. And yeah, you deserve all of the heralding that you're getting from the Blue Crew right now, because you read this parasocial room brilliantly. Can I guess your age? Is that inappropriate, Ted? I don't like to give out. That's fine. I don't like to give out personal information to strangers. What up, Eric? That's why I asked permission. And so if you're uncomfortable giving out your age, then say no. But that answers my question. I have a good feel for about how old you are. If you're able to read a parasocial room that quickly, that's impressive. Hello, Marcus. I hate that, Chupapi. That makes me really upset. Take care, Greenie. Love you, Rach. Yeah. The the backstory trilogy, Homeland, Exile, and Sojourn, live with me. Um, Someone once, we're talking parasocial relationships, and I talked about there are tiers, um, hierarchies, so to speak, but really they're tiers. They're a horizontal plane, not a vertical plane of closeness that I allow people to get to me. And I've joked before about how they're landmined and tripwired, and it's dangerous to try to get close to me, and to assume that you're closer to me than what I think you are. Um, and I've I tried to explain it to someone else who didn't know the book. Um, and then I tried to explain it to Gemini to see if Gemini could even comprehend what I mean. But I very much have built my social landscape, the abstract, the parasocial landscape around me. I've absolutely deliberately built that like Drist's blind ranger mentor. How would I survive if I were blind in an environment hostile to me? Well, any parasocial relationship is any abstracted environment is an environment in which we are literally blind. So, open v closed minds. When I engage with new information, I'm engaging blind. That's what the light of enlightenment is how much you see in the abstracted void. Yeah, Kathos, I exist outside Menzo Baranson. I very much conceptualize human society as Menzo Baranson, or Menzo Baranzan, is how the voice, the reader, the narrator always pronounces it. Rach is watching you, Eric. Yes, Ted. We are. This is a deep fountain, infinitely deep, and I go there. I live. I live miles below the surface of whatever iceberg you think you know. Hello, Ellie Clark. I am worth that $50 a month Patreon sub to get to know me a little better. And for the record, Alec, you do have as much access to me as you want. You seem to know that. But that $50 a month means you have access to me whenever you want. Mariana's Trench. Yeah. I have been feeling creatively and spiritually restrained by small-minded people who want to claim to be open-minded. How can you appreciate them? How can you evaluate the deep things if you remain on the surface? The question is, how long can you breathe? And the question becomes, to what degree will you be destroyed by engaging directly with God? Rach can't see you if you hold a mirror. Is Rach Bloody Mary? What are you doing, Eric? Don't breathe. Well, breathe. You want that for the whole prana energy bullshit that I may or may not believe in. Rachel's not Medusa, my friend. Eric is trying to cause turbulence because Eric is in a mood today. You all right, Eric? Did your mom not give you a hug before breakfast, buddy? I don't know why I said that. I only said that because I love you, Eric. I'm sorry. I have immediately regretted saying that. Just instant regret. I'm so sorry. Here for a good time, not a long time? I don't know if drowning is a good time, friend. And 35 historically is a pretty long time for human beings. Was that a Justin Timberlake reference? She gave you an egg. You're a dork, Eric. I'm just stoned enough to laugh at it, which everybody likes. Your mom, yeah, she gave you an egg. Understood, KJ. I like that you know more pop music than I do. I like that about you. If I need opinions on K-pop, I know somebody I can forward them to. I like 3 and 4 dimensional people. I prefer 5 dimensional people, but whatever. I'll get you guys there. I don't know what the 4 or 5 dimensions are, though. So we'll figure it out someday. I'm not that guy. I am not a comprehensive guy. Drawing out maps and cosmologies and all this shit is boring. It's intensely boring. Oh, for sure, KJ. She sees you as a threat, Eric. She thinks I'm gonna run away with you because you make me laugh so much. I'm thinking that if torpor had left my soul, the voices would sing and I would submit my heart to sentiment within and let go of the night, but it all is abiding here. Hello, Ted. These old songs have lost their grace. Oh, don't worry about bringing everybody down, Chupapi. I'm singing a sad song while I'm doing a vocal rendition of a very sad song. There's room for every light. You put it on my shoulder and let it inside. Inseparable goals marks us still. What is air? Air is various gases. Largely, it's nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide is what it mostly is. Nitrogen. I didn't mean to say carbon dioxide. I meant to say nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon is what air mostly is. There's other stuff in the air, but for the most part, it's oxygen, carbon, and nitrogen that are trapped by the Earth's gravity and magnetosphere. Instead of racing hearts, the things we never let go of. This is a reference to an earlier song by Catatonia. Indeed, Ted. Um, this is a reference to an earlier Catatonia song called Racing Heart, or The Racing Heart, in which he asks who would be there when he's got a gun in his hand. Hello, darkness, my old friend. The Arrested Development meme around that with that song is the funniest thing that what's his name? Oh, I think it's Ben. He did Meet the Fockers, Meet the Parents. Stiller, Ben Stiller. That's the funniest thing he's ever done, is his cameo in Arrested Development, and the meme that meme that came out of the "Hello Darkness, my old friend" as he's staring in bed. I have no idea. I don't know that 13 people, 13 viewers is popular, Ted. I'm not a popular streamer, big guy. I don't know. I don't know. My channel is not that channel. My channel has retentive power, and that was what I argue with my Patreon subs with. That's what I argue with my Patreon subs is, and this I think I'm winning this argument, is that what I do is I retain viewers. I may not have an absurd number of subs, and I may not have an absurd number of watchers, but because of the way I manage the parasocial space, where I do my best to give you, I am not homelessness. No, I am not the concept of homelessness. What I do is fuck, you're struggling today, Chupapi. It is time for a nap. I agree. Normally, I would tell people to hang out, that the vibes will help, but if you're lighting your smokes backward, it's time to go to bed. To take a nap, reset, beat one out. You know what I'm talking about. Just start the day over. Maybe beat one out, take a nap, beat one out, start the day over. Just, just embrace that you are grieving, and grieve in the way that you grieve. Yes, I did, Ted. Did you know that I have super chats? Yes, Greenie. If you fucking idiots wanted to pay me to smoke my weed, I would smoke my weed for you. These are NXTs. They're $13 per 2 packs. You could cut the filter off. Well, Greenie, it's It's about integrity. What he lacks is integrity. Is he a nice guy? I don't give a fuck. He has no integrity. He'll say and do whatever I want. Did you ever think of thinking you're the only one that I'm thinking of? You'll never know how hard I tried to find a space and satisfy you too. Things will be better when I'm dead and gone. Don't try to understand, knowing you, I'm probably wrong. But oh, how I never lied for you till you turned away. And now, as I die for you, my flesh still crawls when I think your name. Okay, yeah, Jessica, but are you going to tell me that heroin isn't a drug? Because the opium poppy plant is a fucking plant? Shut up, Jessica. I walk I walk alone to the promised land. It's a better place for me, but it's far, far away. In a perfect world, but I gotta die first. Please, God, send me on my way. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be jaded like I do. And I blame you. Yeah, but opium isn't. Heroin is just a concentrated version of opium in the same way that this Delta 8 bullshit that I'm smoking is a concentrate. I don't mind you feeding me lyrics to see if I can do the song on command, Eric. I don't mind that at all. In fact, that's a game I like. I've been telling you guys for weeks that's a game that I enjoy immensely because I don't know the words, but I know the melodies. I don't know the rhythms either. So I enjoy that game immensely to see how close I get. I think that was the only thing Jeremiah liked about the channel. No, I don't think I'm country, but maybe I'm country. I don't think you're the country of Sri Lanka. I assume you mean that you're from Sri Lanka. I get a prize? Thank you, Eric. I feel like I won something today. Yeah, when I would do uh Dead and Bloated. El Fabios, what up, Fabios? I don't think I lost Jeremiah. I haven't seen Jeremiah. I saw him yesterday for a minute. I was just talking shit, guys. I was just talking shit. Do you know that Jeremiah has a rat tail now? You'll believe anything I say. Just talking shit. Well, because it's not true, Greedy. He also liked the walks. Yeah, you miss a lot. No, Greeny, you haven't missed anything. Yeah, Jeremiah's got a whole adult life and stuff. I was just talking shit for when he swings back around to watch this in the future. He can be like, hey, fuck you. I like the walk and talk too, you dick. And then I'll heart it and I'll laugh. I'll give him an LOL. He's Jeremiah. He'll bounce back. You guys are never anything but okay for long. I haven't heard from Marble in a few days, no. He's busy, I guess. He says busy. I don't like speaking for him, is what the emotion is on my face. I need to get weed. I don't know if you know this about me, though. I'm lazy. And they don't have any pretty girls that work there anymore. I'm in Ohio, Lobotomos. What's up, soul? Need to hydrate? Then get at that, Eric. No, it's not legal to grow here, Zoinks. As darkness blots the sun, I see the only one. A boof is a butt chug, Rach. How far back in the video are you? Oh, wait, did I say she was going to boof something? Yeah, I said she was going to butt chug artichokes. I'm going to boyfriend hell later. Oh, God. She watched that shit on times 7. I am going to boyfriend hell later. She's just going to let my phone ring and ring and ring and ring and ring when I call. She's going to let it go to voicemail at least 3 times. Well, Rach, if I describe to you how it works in detail, there will be a YouTube. Nah, but now we know what Bidoof does in its off time. Oh, God. Hey, Greenie, were you here yesterday when I told Eric that he should pull a Greenie? It'd be a Pixar didn't happen situation. Yeah, with the artichoke for sure. Eric asked me yesterday, Greenie. Eric asked me what Kegel exercises are. And I told him, just do what Greenie would do and ask your mom. Yeah, I was about to say, YouTube's probably not for that. KJ's got you, though. He's got a link. It's banned for thank you, Marco Rubio. You're solving the real problems in the world. You banned Pornhub, so now people can't know what butt chucking is. What are the world's fraternities gonna do? Not the world. Florida. I hyperbolized. Choose a VPN. Yeah, tell it you're in Alabama. Fuck. Free state of Florida and all. Yeah, well, you know. They can shoot porn down there, they just can't watch it. The American way. You can make and sell illegal shit, you just can't consume it. Okay. Oh, shit. I chose the wrong state. Go a little bit north. Pick a state that's not Ohio. Indiana. Tennessee. There you go. Say you're in Tennessee. A little further from the shags. Don't go looking at my Pornhub history. I look at weird shit. What, Eric? What? What are you whatting? Mark. Yeah, they're trying to paywall it. The desert alternative. You're not wrong. Politically, you're not wrong. Porn just needs to be better paywalled. It just needs to be better gate kept. They the studios deliberately let porn get filtered out to people under the age of 13 so they would become addicted and feel like they needed it, using the education argument, Greenie. So it just needs to be better gate kept. In order to watch it, you have to give your credit card information. You have to surrender your ID. Done. That's why you collect it. And well, the collecting actually leads to psychopathology, including sex crime. Hey, Rob, what up? There's good data on this stuff, guys. There's very good science on this stuff. Watch a scrambled TV. Yeah. Skinamax. Skinamax behind all that static. That's a nipple. That's Bush. Ah, girls are pretty. But the education argument is how dudes will get addicted and then compare their girlfriends negatively to what they're watching. There really isn't, Greenie. There isn't a fine line. There's not a fine line to saying, I'm curious, and getting on the dark web. There is no line. You see it, Rob One. In some places, Eric. That's what I'm saying, Greenie. There is no line. And what's butt sex like? What happens when you put 4 in there? It's the same question. There's no line. I'm gonna have to pee soon, and my phone's charge is dying. And so that means that I either need to A, charge my phone and plan on walking down and getting weed, or B, walk over to Panera. But for now, I'm not gonna be able to hold this. That. I love how good we are at listening. Futurama OPM. Heck, Disenchanted. Yes, Lobotomus. I said I have to go pee. Do you want to watch me pee? No, I turned the camera off because I had to pee, Lobotomus! Fuck! You guys, some of you are fucking intrusive, man. I know you do, Rach. You want to aim it. It should be a disaster for me. God. Yeah, while we're talking about porn and needing to paywall it, people want to watch me pee. Damn. Like, I would ask if I need to post fucking signage, but you wouldn't read that either. Yes, Greenie. That's how you know it's love. When you ask her, what, do you want to carry it too? And she says, yeah, I do actually. I've always wanted to do this. And then they go, oh, it's like a hose. Ooh, it tells me and I feel, yeah. And I feel, yeah, yeah. I like his grunts more than his yes. I don't think it's actually penis envy. That's what Freud called it. It's just a fascination. It's the same thing that dudes have with boobs. It's just it's a body appendage. It's a thing that extends from the body that we don't have. They don't have. We don't share. Oh, the bleeding of me. Hey, what's up, Hunter? Caught under wheels roll. God, I love the lyrics to Bleeding Me. The bleeding of me. I don't know that song, KJ. Not by the lyrics. So far, so good, Hunter. I only had to tell one German guy today to go fuck himself, but I wake up prepared to tell a German guy to go fuck himself. You don't really need to understand what that's about, Hunter. Take care, Greenie. French. I did see that, Hunter. The Chiefs are feeling 0-2. Scheiße. Oh. Come on and bleed, man. Chiefs look like trash right now. They look like marmalade, Hunter. They look like orange garbage. I swear to God. Greenie, that's going in my fucking memoirs. Yeah, I don't know Joan Jett. I only know the one song. Rock and roll. I like rock and roll. Nah, Hunter, man, you know I can't look that far forward, buddy. I'll learn on Sunday and I'll be like, oh shit. Jam and marmalade? I don't know. I don't actually know. But I have it on good authority that marmalade is orange garbage. And I may never laugh that hard again. That was the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. It was just so perfect. Orange garbage. Oh, man. Somebody, for those who don't know, who weren't there, somebody asked me what marmalade was, and I said, I don't know. I think it's orange butter. And I said, I think it's fruit butter. And Kathos goes, it's orange garbage. And I just have this cartoon playing, yeah, I got you, Kathos. I just have this cartoon of a happy marmalade jar falling into trash. Just every time. Every time I see Kathos's PFP now, I just see her casually throwing away a jar of marmalade that's been left out on the counter after breakfast. Just orange garbage. I'm doing great, Deborah. I'm still laughing about a stupid thing that happened last night. It was very funny. And yeah, the orange marmalade was seconds after I realized I have very strong feelings about rhubarb. I called it nasty celery. And the most disappointing pie ingredient. I see you, Lobotomus Prime, and I raise you a laugh. I was hoping somebody would say that. Celery is nasty celery. I was hoping somebody would say that, and you did not disappoint. Thank you, sir. The fuck are you talking about? Celery is nasty celery. Bro over here being a fucking rhubarb truther. Fuck are you talking about? Celery is nasty. And this is why I like the fountain. After about an hour and a half, I say what I've got to say. I get tired of using people as a teaching moment for my blue wrenches and the future audience. Get you guys some butter tart. Sounds good. I think I like things that are tart, and I like butter. I like fat and butter. And tart. In fact, that's not something you get a lot. Is tart and savory together. So I bet that's good. Why am I putting on my gloves and my pants? I said I'm going to sit here. Who's up for, or who is down for a lightweight day? If I don't bring, I'm glad that you like rhubarb zoinks. I am glad that we are all different people. I do like tart and butt. I do eat ass. I prefer syrup. Does anybody remember that bit? Having your salad tossed. I can't do Chris Rock. Is where somebody eats your asshole out with either syrup or whipped cream. I prefer syrup. He might even say with peanut butter or something like that. I don't know. I can never remember what the second thing is. The syrup is just so funny. It's a deep cut with the syrup bit. Yeah. I used to try to stay up on all those old stand-up acts I thought were going to be more relevant in casual conversation. So I tried to keep up with all of those big stand-up acts. I have fallen way out on that. Stand-up comedy is not the same. It's getting better. Crowd work is coming back in small venues, for example, but it is not the same. Nothing is the same though. Oh, let me ask you guys a frozen syrup on a stick. I bet it is really good. Let me ask you guys a question. I've been working on a theory among millennials. I hear a lot of millennials talk about nostalgia for Gen X product that we didn't actually get to experience as adults. And let me ask you a question. This is a real question. You don't have to answer it, but I want to ask this question. I want to present a social theory to you that you won't hear a sociologist say because a sociologist doesn't interview a wide enough percentage of the population. This is not that. Crowdwork King, Jimmy Carr is very good. I got some of my liberty to be who I am at the fountain when I roast people from Jimmy Carr because he's savage. How can one be that? Okay, so the question that I have is, do you feel nostalgia, which is not a sense of longing, but a good memory, like, I remember that. Not so much that I long for it to be like that still, but I remember that very fondly, is nostalgia. Or do we feel a sense of unresolved disappointment that we didn't get to share the same adult experience as the people who graduated from high school only a handful of years before us? That's the question I have. Because, like Blockbuster, we didn't get to experience Blockbuster as adults. We put Blockbuster out of business by using Netflix. So we don't have nostalgia for it, not as adults. We put it out of business. Do we feel disappointment and guilt that they weren't able to sustain our whims? We shouldn't feel guilt. But the disappointment I can relate to. I feel that. I don't feel nostalgia, I feel disappointment. And so I wonder if we haven't internalized as nostalgia guilt that they couldn't survive our whims, the changing economy of millennials, because they've made it our fault they went out of business. They, whoever they are, that went out of business circa 2012, between 2005 and 2012, all those businesses that went under, they blame millennials. And so I've been really asking the question, how can one be nostalgic for something that we never experienced? What is that? Are we internalizing the feelings of the people that are just a little bit older than us so that we can engage in para and actual social environments where they are nostalgizing these things? Have we just internalized a thing in the cultural milieu? Or are we disappointed and we don't want those people to know that they should have kept using that thing if they really feel the way they do about it? Hey, Akira, what's up? I'm talking a lot about the watering holes on Twitter. I'm glad you made it around. Speak of the devil. What did I do with my other fucking vape? God damn it. Get your shit together, Vincent. Actually, what did I do? There it is. Okay. We're going to go over to Panera and charge quickly, and then I'm going to walk down and buy weed, and then I don't feel like not being in the tent for a while, so I'm going to come back to the tent if the day is still nice. The Taco Bell crew didn't give me shit about hanging out in there until midnight the other night. Their Wi-Fi is annoying, but they actually were a lot cooler about me being live in there than I thought they would be. A lot cooler about it. They didn't stand around and gawk, and a couple of them talked to me in ways they never have before. So that was a different experience. They treated me much more like an adult and much less with envy than the people at Panera. So uh, that has me thinking about the employees at different kinds of establishments, whether people don't um, They don't identify with the social class of their customers. I have no way to identify whether that's true or not. I only thought about it just now. You remember feeling cheated? Thank you, Lobotomus. Yeah, that's what I thought, Akira. That's how I felt. I'm not asking for validation, but thank you guys for validating my hypothesis, my theory. Nostalgic for our childhoods. I want to be very clear. I am not being critical of anyone in particular. It's just a thought that I had. I've been hearing it for decades. 2005 was 2 decades ago. And so I've been trying to figure it out my whole life. And I've heard it enough times in the last month that some things began to click in my head. I said a lightweight day, and then I'm going to carry 15 pounds of clothes with me. Wow, this is really actually very heavy. That, for those of you who are concerned that my jacket isn't heavy enough, is why I don't want a heavier coat. The clothes that I'm wearing under them are already 5 pounds. Not that much. Maybe a full pound, maybe a pound and a half. But enough that my body notices the additional weight. Just having it across my shoulders like this. That's cool. Kinda. Zoinks. Hey KJ, can you text me that? I won't remember that tonight at 8 p.m. Yeah, for sure, Lobotomus. Me too, Kathos. Okay, so can I say what I'm seeing you guys tell me um, in my words? Because Gen X has been telling us for decades that the goal of adulthood is to infantilize, right? Is to infantilize and do as adults the things that we were only partially able to experience as children. And yeah, walking into a pizza restaurant and being like, hey mom, while the dinner is cooking, I would really like to go and play Mortal Kombat for 30 minutes. And her being like, no, fuck you, that's going to be $10. And then thinking to yourself, well, when I'm 18 or when I'm 20, I'll have $10 or $15 to just turn into quarters. And then when you turn 17, all the arcade machines came out of the pizza stores. And I remember being deeply pissed off about that. I mean, I haven't opened Twitter in months, Akira. Right, Lobotomus. Nothing like that. I don't know where you are, Mickey. But in honor of my guy Jeremiah, this is where I am. Yeah, and jukeboxes. Jukebox technology got good when we were about 13 or 14. It got affordable, and then they disappeared. Right. And so what I've been trying to figure out, and I'm sorry, non-millennials, Gen X, that this isn't directed at you, but I am really trying to figure out what's going on with millennials, because I'm one. Local pizza got replaced with a hot pot. That's funny to me. I don't need that if I'm just walking.
You know what? There's still construction over there. I forget about that. Internet killed the video star? Probably not. The Office has got a reboot. We want to do stuff, but we're broke. There's that, sort of, but the stuff that we want to do doesn't actually exist anymore. Right, KJ. Bogus jukeboxes that are basically just expensive and elaborate aux cords. Yeah, lobotomist 38 here. Yeah, dial-up was awesome. Dial-up was awesome for what it was. The experiencing the switch from dial-up to DSL to what we've got now to cable, and the Wi-Fi setups that we've got now. I've never got to experience fiber optic. That's something I've always wanted to experience. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that the United States isn't already networked in fiber optic. Like we're gonna develop something better while we're laying the cable. Fuck off. Yeah, for sure, lobotomist. Like I've been saying, Gen X told us, our parents told us that the goal of adulthood was to collect the shit that our parents wouldn't buy for us when we were kids. That is successful adulthood. And then they turned around and told us that we were bad for it. Maybe, KJ. Maybe the government is networked in fiber optic. I'm half an hour from Columbus, and Columbus wasn't networked in fiber optic. That's for sure. Yeah, the data centers around the world, around the country, I mean the whole nation should be linked up in fiber optic. I mean, everybody should be on fiber optic internet. It shouldn't be the way it is. Yeah, a lot of people are still on satellite. Or they rely on Verizon. Right, well, they told you when you were a kid that was the goal of adulthood, lobotomist, and then when you do it as an adult, they tell you that you should be spending your money on other things. And it's like, well, fuck, man, I'm just doing what you told me to do. I'm setting my sights at exactly what you told me to set my sights at. And now you're telling me that I was supposed to be a tycoon? Go fuck yourself. That's how I react. He-Man? Oh, I don't know that you missed anything, Rach. We're just kind of talking. I brought up nostalgia, and so we're talking. Right, and then Gen X was just completely inadequate to parentage. Right, lobotomist. Right, your dad compares his success to yours, and all he did was marry wealthy. You didn't make any of that. Your father-in-law did. What do? You spend it. And so what, you have virtue because you don't spend as much of it as you could? Come on. Fuck them. And see, whatever. I walked away from my parents a long time ago for that same dumb shit. Whatever. Well, smart, because they would have been a drain on my resources. I never would have been able to get anything accomplished in my life. So the things that I did do with my life, that I have made for myself, that I did gain, that I did experience, I did those things free of their intervention for sure. And what up, Adam? I didn't get that far away. Chicago to Houston is impressive. But yeah, it's not something I would recommend to everyone, but it's what I did. Make your own success. Define your own success. No, it's not easy. That's why I say I don't know if my way is smart. You have to be smart the way I went. You got to be clever for sure, because it's not easy. It's the hard mode. Thank you, Cindy. Well, the problem, Akira, is that these kids today don't know restraint because their parents never told them no. So they can't be allowed to behave like that because they don't know restraint. Hey, Angela. Right, Kathos. Slaying of the fire breath! Right, KJ. Well, it's that there's no pushback, like KJ said. Yeah, everybody wants to talk shit, and they feel like there are no consequences for it. That's something we deal with in this space from time to time. People come around and think they can talk to me however they want. Like I'm a corporation that's just gonna take it because I'm afraid I'm gonna lose their future dollars. I don't give a fuck about your future dollars. There's a time and a place. And everybody thinks they're a comedian because they saw it on TV and they think it's that easy. It's like there's a commercial right now where a black woman is just for whatever reason insulting this black dude, like about his hairline and stuff, and he even gets insecure about it, and like even that is too much. Well, what does it mean to take an L and move on though? Like, what does it really move for the Chiefs to just take the L against the Eagles and move on? Like, what does that actually mean? That's really cool of him. Heard that, Lobotomus. You call it word farting? You know what? I don't think I actually brought my... I didn't actually bring my cable. How much battery do I have? Not enough to actually get down to the fucking... Who's what's it? I didn't actually bring my charge cord. Like a dumbass. I'm not walking all the way back up there. Not now. So, we're just gonna walk down to the head shop without enough battery to get there. And when I get to 8%, I'm gonna have to end this video. And then I'll just see you guys in an hour when I get back to the top of the hill. Set back up on my battery. I am definitely going to start singing at some point. Sir. I don't think so. Gambino. Childish Gambino. Sing my favorite song? I don't know that I can... I don't know that I want to sing in that range right now. Cindy, give me some time to think about that. Running outside the NASCAR lines, you know I see you all in white. This is a song that doesn't end. Sure. So when is the game over? If you're throwing around insults in the chat section, when's the game over? When have you lost? And doesn't taking your L and moving on just mean moving to the next chat and starting over? Words takes its time. Jumping inside the cosmic eye in a Rivian I wonder who I am. Reflections offer nothing. I wonder where I stand. I'm afraid of myself. Oh, you know what? I brought the bass and not the chord. That's hilarious. Yeah, Mastodon. Hoping to crumble to the ground, made me want to run away. Hoping you find the golden ground, made it easier to stay. I wonder who I am. Reflections offer nothing. I wonder where I stand. I'm afraid of myself. I know, I wouldn't. This is way too high for me. Barely. This is right outside my range. He lives in the hole in my throat. Braun does. Actually, all the vocal melodies in this just live up here in the hole in my throat. And I don't know the words. Unaware of my surroundings, separation from the spirit. The tree grows under me. I chose this one instead, Cindy, because this is a song I used to meditate to in the early days of my homelessness. And I will be a year homeless in 6 days. So I've been thinking about that a lot. Well, that's what I'm saying, Akira. Who's keeping score of whether these trolls are winning or not? In their minds, they're always winning. All they do is win, win, win all day long. Even when they're losing, they're winning. What up, Rachel? Reflections offer nothing. I wonder where I stand. I'm afraid of myself. But I don't mind singing Mastodon because I've heard them live and the vocals always sound like garbage. I would prefer you didn't send me things. I don't need things. I don't have any space for any more things. I don't know this song. Why are you? Oh, because it's a BLS song, that's why. You're only going to give me Southern metal? What are you doing to me? Alright, give me just a second. Maybe. No, I don't know. This, Cindy, is my favorite song since I've been homeless. But it lives up in the hole in my throat too, so my voice is definitely going to crack at some point. But I've been singing this just about every day I walk this rock, so for a year, so what the hell, right? Bottom, 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 I'm digging my way. I went to church just long enough that I like to tell the audience what the first verse is going to be. It's coming up eventually. You'll feel it. I'm digging my way. I'm digging my way to something. I'm digging my way to something better. I'm searching to say, I'm pushing to stay with something. I'm pushing to stay with something better. Ooh, whoa. Whoa, I'm sowing the seed. I'm sowing the seeds I take in. I'm sowing the seeds I take for granted. This thorn in my side, this thorn in my side is from the tree. This thorn in my side is from the tree I planted. Ooh, it tells me and I feel, yeah. And I feel, yeah, yeah. take the leash, I'm bleeding me. Can't stop to save my soul. I take the leash that's leading me. I'm bleeding me. Whoa, ooh, I can't take it. Caught on the wheels roll. Ooh, the bleeding of me. Yeah. Ah. Ooh, me. Yeah. Ooh, the bleeding of me. I like being out of breath, and I am out of breath. Getting out of breath is how you lose weight. Getting your heart rate elevated is how you know you're alive, if you're me. Tack, 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 tack. Caught on the wheels roll. I take the leash, I'm leading me. Can't stop to save my soul. I take the leash, I'm leading me. I'm bleeding me. Whoa, ooh, I can't take it. Caught on the wheels roll. Ooh, the bleeding of me. Well, you didn't hear me coming or what? I guess you just want me to walk out in the road. Nice. Well done. Yeah, I am the priest that feeds the beast. I am the blood, I am released. Come make me pure, bleed me a cure. I'm caught, I'm caught, I'm caught under. Caught on the wheels roll. I take the leash, I'm leading me. Can't stop to save my soul. Take the leash that's leading me. I'm bleeding me. Hey, ooh, I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. No! Ooh, the bleeding of me. Oh, that bitch actually pissed me off. I'm actually shaking. This is real rage. Come on and bleed me! I fucking hate this town. Every single one of these pieces of shit can eat a dick. You gonna fucking chase me to this intersection, bitch? Yes, you are. I'm digging my way. I'm digging my way to something. I'm digging my way to something better. pushing to stay. I'm pushing to stay with something. I'm pushing to stay with something better. With something better. Can't do it. Can't hold it. Body is starting to panic from the being out of breath. There you go, Cindy. That's my favorite song since I become homeless. And then I just can't do until it sleeps today. That's the other one. I used to listen to that every day for a while too. And I don't think I can walk to Catatonia right now. And I don't feel like singing Tool. Don't tread on me! Don't tread on me! This one taught me a lot about being me. Look into your depths! What you so proudly held! Don't you Komoda! Grumbly oversail! Never sins that! I don't actually know the words. Never was once engaged! Never surrender! Show me the beat of rage! Ooh, no, no, no! Say, don't tread on me! So be it! Spread no more! To secure pieces! To prepare for war! So be it! Settle the score! Touch me again are the words that you will forevermore! Told my dad, touch me again once. Don't tread on me! Never to gave it! She with the deadly bite! Suffered to bow tongue! Quick as the lightning strike! Never to thickness! Never to surveillance! Never to evermost! So the sea don't rest! Oh no, no, no! Say don't tread on me! So be it. Threaten no more to secure pieces, to prepare for war. So be it. Settle the score. Touch me again in the words as you will forevermore. Don't tread on me. That's my actual range. Your lip gloss is popping. Yeah, my chat broke. And I come back to my lip gloss is popping. Heard that, Eric. This song is really fun to play on bass. That is really fucking fun. When you're all distorted and loud. My ex-girlfriend fucking hated my bass. So I put my speaker right up against her wall. And every time she would go to sleep, I would go in there and I'd play it as loud as I fucking could. So it hurt me to play. To prepare for war! You're the type of girl to let me chill up on your bubble gum? That's gross. Don't tread on me! See if Tina waves at me today. It might not be Tina's shift. It is. She did not. She gave me an ugly look today. She doesn't like it when I walk down here. Splendor. What was? I don't know the words of this either. Stillborn, I have become. The feelings I once felt are now dead and gone. I can't actually do that falsetto distortion they do. So I like to do it in a silly voice because it's funny. All right. I made it a lot faster than I thought I would. I could actually get back without ending this live. I am like 15 feet away. So you're gonna have to give me a minute. Valhalla's calling you. We could do a Mona Marth. You wanna do some Rainbow Bridge? Or the Variags of Miklagard? Alright, nerds, you're gonna have to give me about 5 minutes, alright? I was just trying to get some THC from you. Let's do the grandfather OG on the far left 5 gram of the Wi-Fi. Or what is that called? Wicked. Yeah. Please.
How are you today?
What was that?
How are you today?
I'm great. I don't know why I don't pause my music. Very rude.
Sorry, mine's super loud today.
Are you doing all right? Yeah, I forget there's going to be music inside.
When's your birthday, honey?
7/1/87.
Alright, it's gonna be 2144.
Awesome. Okay, thank you guys for waiting on me. Thank you for being so cool. Okay. Sorry about that. Whew. I have a lot less money than I thought. I've been spending money like crazy and not replenishing it, and I didn't realize because I just haven't been paying attention. I have been living very differently from how I normally would the last week or two. Hey, what's up, Shroudum? I am walking back to the tent to retrieve my... I guess now I'm just going to take all my stuff back to the Panera. See if I can get my ass hit by a car, not look in any directions before I cross the street. I'm looking at my phone. Hello, boring girl. Why with the eyes? Why with the eyes? Is that the only key that you know how to hit on your keyboard? Stillborn's not as good as Suicide Messiah. Not all of their songs are the best one. Yeah, get on Eric's level. Be happy with what you get, fucker. This, boring. This is what I do for a living. And I gotta hoof it if I'm gonna make it back to the tent before my battery dies. I said I was gonna end this at 8%, and I thought that would be before I got to the thing. So I got here in 7. Let's see if I can do it. Can I get back to the tent in 8% battery? We're gonna find out. And I'm wet. That's what she said. I shouldn't have brought this. I thought I was gonna go to the Panera, and then I didn't. Am I getting all? Am I studying on my rip and I don't do this? How about if my fun here doesn't realize I missed my fucking dance? I said I wasn't gonna do Tool, and then Rosetta Stone started playing, and I'm doing Tool now. I'm a slave to the random. so light in his way. Like an apparition, he had me crying out, fuck me, it's gotta be the deadhead chemistry. I forgot what they said to me. They're me seeing human ray prophecy. And it's one of few Tool songs that still sounds good. Are we paying attention? What the fuck? God damn it, I fucking hate this town. And I didn't graduate from fucking high school. Swear to God, I'm gonna kick one of these people's fucking doors in. Hey! W to your mom. W to your mom. Opium. Listen! You better listen. Bad time, Trottem. And he looked right through me with somniferous almond eyes. Don't even know what that means. Must remember to write it down. This is surreal. Like a tiny for the wedding. And my eyes is raining. I don't actually know the words. Since this shit never happens to me. You have a potato? What up, Josh? Can't breathe right now. This is surreal. Like I woke up in Wonderland. Also terrifying. I don't wanna be all alone. What a damn mystery. And can anyone tell me why the sun appeared as careless? Will I ever be coming down? This is surreal. Baby, it's my lucky day. See, my heart is racing. 'Cause this shit never happens to me. Can't breathe right now. It would save me, don't you? Please believe what I just said. It's in the daily too, but and this wasn't all in my head. Somebody took in hand and invited me right in, and they showed me something. Man, I don't even know where to begin. Can't breathe right now. I know he doesn't do it there. I do it right there. Hello, Aiden, can't tell. Strapped down to my bed, knees cold and eyes red. I'm out of my head. Am I alive? Am I dead? They remember what they said. Goddamn, shit to bed. Munchin? What's up, 614? Heard that opium. That's very cool of you. 3%. Higher. When I notice it's at 1%, I have to end this, or it'll just leave it live all day. Higher, 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 higher. Oh, just pepperoni pizza. This is a fun bass riff too. Boom boom ba boom 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 ba boom 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 ba boom 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 ba boom 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 ba ba boom 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 ba ba boom 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 ba. Anytime you can bust out octaves is fun. I'm saying I'm listening to metal right now, Mickey. I'm listening to a Kai Lesser radio station, which is Southern metal. Actually, this might be a Metallica radio station. What the fuck? It says CMD. Oh, we're at 1%. I gotta go, guys. My phone's gonna die, and then this stream is never gonna end. So, goodbye. Love you.